Good evening, my extended family. Good evening. How are you? It is Thursday, July 16th, 2020. I think we have a good show for you tonight, so sit back and enjoy for a few minutes. I hope you all had a good night's sleep last night and that the day went well for you today. I hope that everywhere you went, you were greeted with the love that every part of God's creation deserves. Thanks again for letting me spend a few minutes with you this evening. I appreciate every one of you. You're quite special to me. I like to start by reminding each and every one of you that you're simply wonderful right where you are, and that God really knew what he was doing when he created you. He certainly did. It's happy birthday time. I missed a couple of happy birthdays over the past couple of days. So here's a happy belated birthday to a couple of old friends, Kenny Giannotti and John Watts, a couple guys I've known for many years. I hope your day was great, guys. All right, let's get ready to travel. That's what we're here for. Every night we travel to a different state, and tonight is no exception. So once again, I implore you to put on your little kid imagination and enjoy yourselves. Tonight's show is coming from a state that was established way back in 1776. It's an exciting year. What's interesting about this state, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. This state is known for its beaches, golf courses, and historic districts. It was the 8th state to ratify the United States Constitution. About 5 million people live here. The highest point in this state is Sassafras Mountain. I like saying it. I'm going to say it again. Sassafras Mountain. A few places to visit in this state, if you want to visit here, is Fort Sumter, Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, the golf capital of the world, as a matter of fact. And Hilton Head Island. I bet you know right where we are already. The first battle of the Civil War took place here at Fort Sumter. There's an island here uninhabited by people, but is home to the only free-ranging monkey colony in the United States. About 3,500 monkeys inhabit this island. Its name is appropriately named Monkey Island. This state is the birthplace of sweet tea and the barbecue. Funny laws, top 10 list, still on the books in some towns in this state. I'm not quite sure if they're still enforced, but here they are. Number 10, no working on Sundays. Not too funny. That'd be neat, though, if everybody had Sunday off. Number 9, you may not use fighting words anywhere in the state. No fighting words. Number 8, no scaring horses. Number 7, you have to obtain a permit to fire a missile in this state. That's funny. Fire a missile in this state, all you need is a permit. Number 6, if you're not riding a horse, but you're in a car, you must make a very loud noise 100 feet before the intersection so that you don't scare any horses that might be approaching that intersection. Number 5, every adult must bring a rifle to church. Number 4, only light bulbs may be sold on Sunday. Nothing but light bulbs on a Sunday. Number 3, you have to be at least 18 years of age to play pinball. Number 2, no changing clothes at the gas station. I didn't want to think about that. And number 1, the number 1 strange law in this state, under certain circumstances, the fire department may blow up your house. I'll leave that up to you to look that one up. The state fruit here is the peach, same as Georgia. The state flower is the yellow jessamine. The state birds are the Carolina wren and the domesticated turkey. Domesticated means it's tame and you may keep them as a pet. Name it, but don't look at it on Thanksgiving Day. The state tree is the sable palm, the same as Florida, the sable palm. The state motto is, "While I breathe, I hope." That's good. It's always nice to have hope. The nickname of the state is the Palmetto State. The state capital is Columbia, and we are in the state of South Carolina. South Carolina, beautiful state. What happened on this date in history? July 16th, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you that as well. 1940, Hitler orders preparations for the invasion of Britain. 1907, I think this is my favorite, Orville Redenbacher, the popcorn man, was born. Orville Redenbacher. That's fun to say. In 1790, the District of Columbia is established as the capital of the United States. In 1861, President Lincoln orders troops to march toward Virginia. That became the Battle of Bull Run. 1945, the first atomic bomb was tested in the deserts of New Mexico. This was known as the Manhattan Project. I think most of you know that. Also in that year, the USS Indianapolis left San Francisco heading for the island of Tinian with parts for the atomic bomb. Next time you watch Jaws, listen for that story from Quint. Captain Quint tells that story of the USS Indianapolis heading towards the island of Tinian with the parts for the atomic bomb. 1965, this is interesting. The tunnel connecting France and Italy opens. Next one is interesting. 1969, I remember watching this on TV with Walter Cronkite. Well, I wasn't watching it with Walter Cronkite. He wasn't at my house, but he was on TV doing the news. 1969, Apollo 11 is launched. And this seemed like a longer time than 21 years ago, but on this day in 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr. and his wife and her sister died in a plane crash. I remember that was very sad news. 1941, one of my favorites, Joe DiMaggio goes 3 for 4, hitting in his 56th straight game. Joe's nicknames were Joltin' Joe and the Yankee Clipper. And me being a Yankee fan, don't hang up on me. Me being a Yankee fan, I love hearing these facts. Today is National Corn Fritter Day. Corn Fritter Day, my favorite. This leads me to stories from Jail Hill. An old man who lived in our, he didn't live in our backyard, he lived behind our backyard. He would watch us playing wiffle ball out in our lot. We didn't like to have to stop for cars coming down the street, that was our outfield, or to get stopped by one of our elderly neighbors while we were playing. Everybody seems old when you're a kid. But we were taught respect, and we would stop and answer whoever was calling us. Now back to the old man who lived behind us. I could be at bat, or I could be pitching, and Mr. Anthony Perkowski would call me over to the fence. Paulie, come over to the fence. So I'd go over to the fence. I'd stop what I was doing and I'd go over to the fence while he went back inside to get something. He would come back out with something wrapped in aluminum foil. It was warm and I knew that it was either potato pancakes or clam fritters. My mouth is watering right now just thinking about those. Potato pancakes or clam fritters. I loved them both. They were the best clam fritters I've ever had to this day. Wherever I get clam fritters, they pale to the clam fritters that Anthony Perkowski used to make and give them to us. He was happy to give them, and I was happy to share them. He would say, "Bring these home to your mother." I have to admit, about half of what he sent over the fence was gone before I ever got into the house to give them to my mom. Between me and the other boys playing wiffle ball, we did a job on them, let me tell you. They were that good. Nice memory of Jail Hill. A short while ago, somebody bought the old house, my parents' old house, and moved in. One day after this COVID thing is over, I'm planning on going over and introducing myself to them and share some wonderful memories from that house to the new owners and wonderful memories from the neighborhood. Great memories growing up. It's one of the reasons I love these summer nights. They remind me of growing up on Jail Hill. The character trait for the month of July is loyalty and allegiance. We all know what that looks like. Two wonderful qualities to teach our children by our examples. That's the best way to teach, by setting good examples. The next segment of the show is called Old Man Advice from me. But I'll keep it short tonight, and I promise not to be political. Get a good night's sleep. How's that? That's my old man advice. Get to bed early tonight. Wake up early tomorrow morning. You'll thank yourself for it. A new segment of the show is Saint of the Day. Today, July 16th, is the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. The Blessed Virgin has many beautiful titles, and today we Catholics celebrate one of them. Mount Carmel is in the northern part of Israel and has long been the site of religious monks and hermits dedicated to Our Lady. In 1726, the Universal Church, which is what Catholic means universal, made this the official day in honor of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. You may see many Catholics wearing what we call a scapular. I'm not wearing mine now, but the story has it that it was given to St. Simon Stock by our Blessed Mother many years ago. Many more stories, but I'll leave that up to you to look them up if you're interested. I'd like to end with a passage from my Bible, which comes from the book of Psalms. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I like that. We all need some rest. Well, that's the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. So until we meet again, stay safe, stay strong, stay vigilant, and most importantly, let's be kind to one another. Good night, and may God bless.